What's up, Kucharites? Welcome back to another Kuchar video. We got some more news on Jurassic Revolution 3. I did not make a video on the last feature focus. We did get a couple new, more confirmed species. Pachycephalosaurus is confirmedly showed up, as well as Steamolok. So it's one of the ones people thought might get cut, but that is a canon dinosaur from the film. Dimorphodon, another canon dinosaur from the film, made an appearance. I'm pretty sure I don't believe that one was confirmed yet either. As well as a Hadrosaur Corthosaurus is name dropped as one of likes dislikes animals for the dinosaur show, so softly confirming it as well. I am wanting to say that was all that was there. Look at the list real quick. Pretty sure those were the only ones that were shown off in that. There's a Ceratops showed up at some point. I think I may have missed mentioning that as well, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. Homocephaly, I don't know if I mentioned that in a previous video. So yeah, I think that's all that was in the previous one that we did not name. But we have some more new ones here. I've not watched this yet. So I just kind of looked at the list but wasn't paying attention. They just tweeted out a picture of Dimetrodon showing that prehistoric animals are returning, not flying in just marine ones, land ones. So hopefully, that baby, that baby's cute. Okay, they did a great job making sure the babies are cute, didn't they? So let's see what's on the website. Yeah. So Dimetrodon is there. So we have 7 days until the next hatchery. So there's there's the Archie. Sorry, buddy. I feel like you could have been cut. Just to me tells me that the Struthiomimus is in bad shape. Because that's the only one of those types that is still around. Dilophosaurus got officially added. We already knew about that one. Baryonyx is already known. Edmontosaurus, that's the one everyone is a popular one everyone expected to come back. One of the more popular Hadrosaurs. Did they get a touch up? That looks a little better. Okay, interesting. The Giganospinosaurus, one of the other Stegosaurus. So this one made it as well as the really interesting. Of course, we just saw Dimetrodon. Guanlongs in the deluxe. Oh, Curtosaurus. So there's our. So we did. That was the one I expected. I didn't think Tylosaur. I thought Curtosaur would have a better shot than Tylosaur. I expected at least one of them to make it. So we got Curtosaur back. So I did think that wasn't. I gave that one the heads up on it. Of course, there's the Packy that we saw in the other video. Thanos Dragons has been officially added. Stegoceratops has been officially added. We've already pretty much been told all the hybrids are returning, unfortunately, because I didn't really care about them anyways. Alright, so that's all we got. So the new reveals would be, we already knew Curtosaurus, Edmontosaurus, and Gigadonta. That's what name always throws me off. Gigantospinosaurus. So that's 3. Dimetrodon is 4. Alright, so 4 official brand new animals to add to the list. So the list is getting smaller. So I had to borrow, I believe this is Evo's video because that's where I can find the list. Alright, so there's where our list is standing right now. 61 out of 82. Alright, so that's where we're standing at. So a lot of these are canon species. So assuming, I mean, I'm going to say those are probably definitely those 4. They saw something they think might be Eutyrannus, but maybe. So we can even go 60. So that's leaving us at, we're at 22 left. And we got some notable ones that of the remaining. Alright, so we fired up the game here just to take a look at all the animals. So we can kind of get an idea here what to expect. Let's start with our pterosaurs. Oh. No, resume. See, I remember how to do this. Back, alright. Alright, so what we do know is... There we go. Alright, so this is in alphabetical order. So how many flyers do we technically have? The Morphodon, is that the first flying? Alright. So these 2 are not known. We have this one. Geo has been confirmed. I don't think you've been confirmed, right? No. So here's 2. Pterodons 3. Quetzals 4. Tapajars 5. Then there's Draken is 6. And the Trop is 7. So we have 7 flyers so far. So Marodactylus and Barbadactylus and Cerodactylus. We have 7. At best, I think there's 3 more flyers. But at most, I'm thinking 10. Was what I originally went with as well. So, and you would think one would probably be something new. So maybe one of those. Based on some of the other things, it looks like they may have been cut. I think that you might be cut. We already got a couple other big guys. So we have 4 pterosaurs left on the chopping block. Marine-wise, Adambarosaurus has been confirmed. Dodonk has been confirmed. Ichthyosaurus has been confirmed. Kronosaurus has been confirmed. Megalodon. Obviously the Mosa. And that's it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're hanging at 6 marine reptiles. So I think Styx is gone. I think Kylosaur is gone. Plesiosaur's got to be in the game, right? That's like one of the most famous marine. That's like the same reason I came with the Ichthyosaur. It's one of the most famous marine reptiles. So you gotta think Plesiosaur's gonna be in the game. So that would take us to 7. Now the interesting one is we've not heard anything about Nodosaurus or the Archelon. Both of these were species that had specific new cool things. Is they had the little rock that they could climb out on and bask in the sun. Are we eliminating that? Are we completely? Is that not coming back since we're going to be able to, I guess, design the lagoons now? So I guess you could probably have a rock formation that builds all the way up to the surface, maybe. I don't know. At this point, I'd have to say you're getting both of these or none of these. So I can't see why you'd bring one back and not the other, and because then you kind of like these are the only two species that use that special dynamic. So Anatosaurus is a Camp Cretaceous animal, so that's a canon animal. So I say you're getting both or none. Elasmosaurus is another popular, well-known long neck plesiosaur type animal, but that people didn't like the design. Liplorodon, I think, is out. A lot of people did not like its design. I think they ain't gonna bring that one. Then we still got Shoni, the big giant ichthyosaur. So if I said we're at what, 6? Plesiosaur would make 7. So either you bring back the 2 that crawl back on land, that would go to 9, or you don't bring them back at all, which would open the door for a new marine reptile at 8. Then you could do Shoni and Elasmosaurus to make it to 10. It's definitely some interesting calls there. Carnivore wise, Acro's on the fence. Albertosaurus is on the fence. We know Ala's in. The Atrociraptor is in. The Australovator is on the fence. That one's probably, I'd say that one's probably good. Carcharodontosaurus is on the bubble. Carnosaurus are in. Coelophysis is on the fence. Compies are in. Concavenator is in. The Crylophus is on the fence, right? He's not been. Yep. Deinonychus is probably definitely cut. Dilophosaurus is in. Dimetrodon is in. Giganotus is in. The Gigantoraptor on the fence. Herrerasaurus has not been confirmed. That's a canon species by name. Indom is going to be in. Indoraptors most likely is going to be there. The Meijung has not been confirmed. Megalosaurus is on the fence. Metrocanthosaurus, I believe that's a name, canon name by name as well, is on the fence. You're out there too. What I'm noticing though is there's one other thing I am really noticing. Morris is in the game. Oviraptor, has that been confirmed? Is Oviraptor on the fence? That's a canon species that had an appearance, so that is on the fence. Proceratosaurus, that's the Guanlongs, that's the deluxe. So Proceratosaurus has not been named as well. Are you a Camp Cretaceous animal too, I believe? Pyroraptor has not been named. That's a movie canon species as well. Yeah, but I'm going to try and say that. Has not been named. He's going to be in the game. This was a book canon species that was finally added at the very end. The Geosaurus. Our little raccoon tail guy has not been named. Tarbo, not been named. Troodon is in the game. T-Rex is in the game. Utah's in the game. Velociraptor's in the game. Utyrannus is suspected to be in the game. So we have a lot. We have some very big some popular meat eaters that have not been named. So we're fighting for that spot. So I am giving 4 spots, seven spots away to marine and flying reptiles. Assuming one of them is probably a new one. So I'm assuming they're going to be 10. So we're hanging out at the 15 mark. We've got 2 new species. We do 2 more for the flying and the reptiles. That's 4 total new species. So we're 15. I would say maybe 101 and 2. Say possibly 4 more. I'm still holding hope for my dino crocs to get 2 of those spots. So possibly maybe say 4 more. So we could be at like 11 more. You can go as if there's no more new species. So looking at this list. Now, there is a camp. This was a Camp Cretaceous special episode that was taken down by Netflix, but it was still existing. So this could fall under the Camp Cretaceous thing, because notice, and we're going to talk about when we get to the other section too. There's a lot of Camp Cretaceous things that are not on here. Oh wait, did we miss them? Oh. Must be under this category. Suchimimus has not been named. Is Baryonyx on the carnivore list? So Barry's in. Suchi is also a Camp Cretaceous animal. Is Baryonyx on here? No, okay. So our 4. I mean, the most likely odds I would give to is Herrerasaurus, the Metrocanthosaurus, and the Pyroraptor. That's a Camp Cretaceous species. Those would be my 3, and possibly Euthyrannus being that also on that list. That if he gets classified as a Camp Cretaceous species, so I think that one could be cut. That one might be cut. Oviraptor, that's another one too. Yeah, that was a movie species too. So I think that's gonna make it. So there's 4 official. I think Megalus. I think there's some canon stuff in it too. Those would be my odds on bigger ones. I mean, I'd like to see Silo make it back. I'd like to see the Carconthosaurus make it back. I'd like to see Alberto make it back. So yeah, we're going to be losing some big guys here. I wish I could simplify this down a little more. Alamosaurus, gone. Amargasaurus, not looking good for you either, brother. Kind of hoping for you. You're in, you're in, you're in, you're in. Chasmosaurus, not looking good, bud. Corla's back. Chunky made the cut. Camarasaurus, yep. Another long neck, so sauropods. How many sauropods have we got? We got the Apatosaurus. We got Brachiosaurus. We got Diplodocus. We got Dranatus. Gotta go Titan. We're hanging at 5 sauropods. Maybe could squeeze another one in. So if we do squeeze another one, I would I like it to be a Margosaurus. I almost kind of like the same thing as the Patagotitan. Camarasaurus is just kind of bland. So we have a new Triceratopsin to go with we have a lot of Ceratopsins now because technically the other one's a Ceratopsin too. Like you're named after Microcriton, but I'm feeling like that is running its course. I don't think it's looking good for you there, bud. This guy, is this one gonna get cut? That's one really cool one. This would be a swimming one too. Alright, I gotta figure you're out. You're in. I'd say you're most likely out. You go on both sides of the fence. I think you're probably out too. You're in. Now we know you're in. We know you're in. Huang! You gotta be out, man. We got another Stegosaur confirmed, so you've gotta be going. Canon species. Camp Cretaceous. Not been named yet. That's making me feel like there's going to be a Camp Cretaceous DLC. There's just way too evident that a lot of Camp Cretaceous specific species have not been named. I mean, I just kind of makes you wonder about the Scorpius Rex too, and the Spinoceratops. Scorpius Rex and Spinoceratops are two hybrids, so they fall under the 7 hybrid animals. But they're Camp Cretaceous animals. And a lot of other Camp Cretaceous specific guys haven't been named, except for, like, your obvious ones like T-Rex and Spinosaurus. But a lot of your heavily Suchomimus, Tarbosaurus, Nodosaurus, Kentoceratops, Spinoceratops, the Scorpius Rex. A lot of these guys, none of these Camp Cretaceous guys have the mono. A lot of these Camp Cretaceous guys haven't been named. The Myosauri. A lot of people still think that one's going to make the game. That one was the biggest pain in the ass and such a bland one. At this point, I'm sorry. I hope you don't make it. You'd be a waste. Lister's in. You're a canon species too. From the Lost World. Microstratus is back. Because this is one of our few Australian animals. But it's also just a bland hadrosaur. Mimi, you're not looking good either, Mimi. You're in. Nigersaurus, I think, is not in. I fear. Oh, did we see? No, we saw the other one. I think you're out. Nodosaurus, you haven't been. Sauropeltis looks like, I think it's the only one that you guys don't make it in. Boom, here we go again. Camp Cretaceous species. Not been named. You're probably one of the ones I think is favored. Pachyrhinosaurus is a lot like the Lokiceratops. Pachyrhinosaurus, isn't Pachyrhinosaurus also, to my knowledge, a Camp Cretaceous dinosaur? I feel like you're going to give us a hell of a Camp Cretaceous DLC, I'm thinking, unless they're going to do it in 2 DLCs. There's a lot of species that are connected to Camp Cretaceous that have not been named. That would be a mess. That's going to be a massive DLC. Pachy's in. Scroll up. Para's in. Pentaceratops and another Triceratops in. So we have Chasmateratops, Pentaceratops. We got a lot of ceratopsians. Sorpelt is in. The pole has not been named. Spinoceratops would be very necessary for, as the hybrid species for the Spinoceratops. It is a canon species, movie-wise. So you'd have to feel like it has an edge up in that category. Stego's in. Stiggy's in. I think you're the loon man out. I'm sorry, buddy, but Archie sold your spot. You're an iconic dinosaur. Should come back maybe they'll come back with a feathered version. Styracosaurus hasn't been named. Styracosaurus is a well-known dinosaur. This is a huge popular dinosaur. I knew this dinosaur from when I was a kid. Are they really going to cut the Styracosaurus? Insane. This one hasn't even been named. That's gonna make it. It's totally gonna make it. It's a massive canon species from the from 2 movies ago. Just 10. It has to be in. Torosaurus, Triceratops is in. The where you have to, I'm sure you've got to be out, and you made it. You made it in. Ha! Jeez. So yeah, I'm saying you're at cut. So we have Toro. We have Toro, Styrac, Spino. Pachyrhinosaurus is a ceratopsin. This should just be Penta. I forgot somebody skipped over Penta and Chasmosaurus. So we have 6 ceratopsins. Not named. In game. I think 3. It's Triceratops, Nusoceratops, and Lokiceratops. Technically, one of our new species, the Cytoceratops is, Cytoceratosaurus is technically a ceratopsian. Protoceratops, so you got from the deluxe edition. I can't. So I feel like I think Spinoceratops would be in. Right now I'm going to say Spino, and I'm going to say Styrac makes it. Those 2 have to make it, I would think. Therizinosaurus has to make it. That's definitely in. That's like I'm giving. I should make it like a little thing about it saying that is a. I'm 100% confirmed. There's no way they're cutting Therizinosaurus. That would be insane. I said some of these Camp Cretaceous. At this point, I don't think any Camp Cretaceous guy is making it. And there we're just getting into some sticky ground. So this is getting a lot harder. We've already had several that I did not expect. So we're bringing this list up again. Did not expect that. Did not expect that. Would not have expected that. I think that we pretty much got that one teased way early on in the process. I thought either Chunky or Huang, one of those 2 might have made it. So, all right, you made it over some of the other ones, or some of the Werosaurus was whatever. That one is the surprise. That's 3. We knew there was going to be, so I'm not too surprised by you. Here's a boy, no matter what flyers make it. With all the new little dinosaurs, I kind of thought you had a shot at not making it there. With the fact that they've announced some new little ones. I had a feeling one of you guys would have made it. Sorpelta, that's 4. Still not happy about the hybrids, but whatever. I prefer the hybrids. Some of the hybrids not make it. I don't like the hybrids too much, sorry. You're a species from the movie, so I guess it makes sense for you to cut out Incubus. Since now that's considered that they don't think they're real dinosaurs, they're thinking they're just juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. But you're canon, so whatever. Did not think that would make it, because that one's always been kind of on the fence on what it actually is, because they fight back and forth on what a Troodon is. Didn't think you were going to make it. Yeah. So we've already given up like 5 spots to ones that I would have thought we were going to cut. So it's getting good. This last round's going to get interesting. We start to have some more new species. They have not announced a new species, a brand new animal, in a while now. A good couple weeks. Yeah, it was, Patagonia Titan was announced. Do I still have the Twitter page? Did I get rid of it? Let's go down here. Where was Patagonia Titan announced? So that was August 23rd, but that's not the reveal, was it? Yeah, that's the reveal. August 19th was the last new species. So that was 1, 2, 3 weeks ago. So that announced the new species in 3 weeks. And I'm pretty sure you were you were just 2 weeks behind the other one, weren't you? August 15th. So yeah, no, they didn't have to do 2 together, didn't they? Oh no, we've had 3 new species. That's right. Okay. Sorry. I was Patagonia Titan, the Sittaceratops, and the Lokiceratops. So that's right. We've had 3 new species. So they announced 3 new animals. I figure 2, 1 for the marine, 1 for the aerial, would take us to 5. There's got to be more. Give me the Crocs, man. Give me the Crocs. Are they waiting to the end of September to like show off a Dino Croc? You got to have a big ticket. I don't think any of these new dinosaurs are big ticket dinosaurs. Big ticket new animals. Jurassic World Evolution 2's big ticket animals was the lagoons and the aerial, where they expanded the aerial flying ones more. The first game they did put aerial ones in there, but they were just on loops. They were just predetermined looped animals. The second game is where they actually flushed them out and made them more unique, and where they did more dynamic, and they had the lagoon animals. You gotta have a big ticket animal, and I cannot think of any dinosaur that's been missing from the franchise that would be a massive ticket item. I mean, herbivore-wise, it'd be Argentinosaurus, but you just put Patagotitan in there, which is virtually an Argentinosaurus. Just like it's like the cousin of Argentinosaurus. So I mean, the fact you added Patagotitan tells me not add an Argentinosaurus. There's no Dominion animals, or not Dominion, but Rebirth. So that's going to be in it. So at the moment, I'm thinking we have a DLC for Rebirth. We're going to have a DLC for Camp Cretaceous. Because there's been no hints of either of those species, anything from those two things in the game. At all yet. So, I can't think of anything else. You had Therizinosaurus show up from the movie. You had Dinocaris in there. You had a Utah Raptor. The only two big ticket animals are the Crocs or mammals. Mammals, I think, would be a bigger pack because I mean, what are you going to add? One or two? You going to add the mammoth and the saber-toothed cat? Is that all you're going to add? You'd think you'd add a couple more than that. Or do we go outside of the dinosaur age? You go even earlier, and from the times we had the giant bugs. The other thing from the Permian period. I can't think of its name right now. It's going to drive me nuts until I remember its name. I mean, you could add on earlier. We got Dimetrodon, so, showing that they have no problem going back in time further. But there's still got to be a big ticket new animal. All I'm saying there. And the dino, and adding the deep water with the swimming screams Dino Crocs to me. I'm watching the tour feeding show. It shows the boat tour with the brachiosaurus. So far, the swimming animals that we've only spotted, they've only showed off, is the Brachiosaurus and the Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus swimming, and Brachiosaurus pretty much just walking in the deep water. Even the Parasaurolophus was staying in the shallow waters. It didn't go in the deep water. And I don't think we've seen anything else taking advantage of that deep water. They've not shown anything else swimming. Showing off this new feature. I feel there's got to be more play to it. It's got to be. I still feel confident about Dino Crocs. But we'll wrap up the video. I'm kind of going on and on and on and on. Way too long. So we have more returning species named. Nothing new has been named, and some more surprise ones. So who's getting cut? Is there a dinosaur you're worried about that's not been named yet? I mean, I think if anyone had a good shot in the movie, they have a good shot of return. Like I said, Therizinosaurus returning, Pyroraptors got a good Saurus. Herrerasaurus was a name drop. Metricanthus was a named species in the movies. Oviraptor was from the movie, so I feel like a good chunk of those 22 spots remaining are going to go to some animals that have connections to the Jurassic Park universe. So that's leaving a lot of guys in trouble. So, is there anybody you're worried about? Until next time, Couture out.